Hey everybody. So I'm pretty sure everyone's heard that there was another killing of one of our black males. This one was a 14-year-old child. I don't have the video of it or anything because I really didn't want to play it or look at it today because I'm just not in a very strong mindset today. But I do want to talk about what we can do to support black men, because I feel like a lot of stuff it's coming down on black men. They're being slaughtered at an epidemic level right now. It just seems like it's open season on black men, and then it feels like black men's focus right now doesn't, not for every black man, but it seems like in general the focus isn't where it should be. I feel like right now it should be in war mode because that seems to be what's being directed towards them. I feel like white men and white supremacy in general are waging war, whether psychological or financial or physical war. And I feel like maybe as a black man in general, I don't see a lot of standing up and pushing back and fighting for yourselves. I don't see a lot of black men speaking out against the brutality that is being thrown upon them. I don't see a lot of black men coming on the news media or even social media and speaking out against the brutality, the terrorism, the slaughtering, and mass incarceration of black men. So I think as black women, we're going to have to try to figure out a way to support black men, to help them to build their self-esteem and their self-worth so that they can find themselves worthy of fighting for, because they are worthy of fighting for. Without black men, we don't exist, and without us, black men don't exist. So if we have to take this opportunity to really support them and really tell them how much they are needed, and let black men know how strong they really are, because it's sad. It really saddens me to see black men treated so badly and murdered so callously, even at young ages. Like this last child was 14 years old, and to be just put out there and killed, and it not be a national outrage is upsetting to me. And I feel like maybe we just need to just put a lot of positive energy out and positive messaging and positive videos depicting black men as, the strong kings that they can be and that they are. Because we have to realize that there's a lot of energy and a lot of money and a lot of attention being put out there to give black men a low self-esteem and low self-worth, and telling black men that in order for you to be looked at as worthy, you either have to, have a lot of money or buy a lot of expensive things to make yourself more worthy. And that's not what makes you a worthy person. I think these are distractions that are thrown at Black men. Buy Jordans, buy a Maserati, get a white girl, and then you'll be looked at as a respectable member of society. And these are negative things. These things bring Black men down. When you're focused on material things and you're focused on your outer appearances more than you're focused on just basics of, living, not being shot by some white supremacist rogue terrorist for driving in this Maserati that you bought. There's, you can have a Rolex and you go into a store and there's been instances where you're discriminated against and cops are called on you while you're purchasing these things. And I don't see the outrage in the Black male community that I should see. I don't see that. And maybe they need to know that, us as Black women, we have your back. If you go to war, we ride with you. We need to put more positive videos out there showing Black men doing positive things, because there are many, many, many Black men that are doing positive things and that are, going hard for Black women and other Black men in their community, and that are, being great fathers and great role models. And we need to push that more so that Black men can see themselves in a more positive light, so that they know that they are worth fighting for. And then maybe we will see them fighting for themselves more. And I know a lot of Black women are going to be, offensive and are going to say, we've been fighting for Black men, and, and feel like we've been thrown under the bus or that we're not being supported. And that's okay. It's not okay for us to not be supported. It's okay for us to feel that way. And it's legit. Those feelings are legit and they are valid. But at some point, one of us are going to have to stand up and say, you know what, even though I don't feel like you're supporting me, I'm still going to support you. I'm still going to put my life on the line for you, because we have to do that for the generations to come. And we have to do that for the little Black boys. Definitely the next generation of Black men are children right now. And if they see that Black women are going hard for them, and that we respect them, and that we love them, and that we have their back, then I feel like that next generation will have enough self-worth and self-esteem and self-love to say, I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm not going to, play basketball or football for a white owner, because then I'm a slave, just like, I'm a high-paid slave, but, we're still a slave. I feel like if Black men had better self-esteem, they would know that they shouldn't be playing on a team that's owned by a white man that could not play the sport if his life depended on him. They wouldn't do that. And I feel like they wouldn't go and lay up and date and procreate with white women and leave these children to be raised by white supremacists if they had higher self-worth and self-esteem. So all we can do is do our part in supporting them and showing them that we see them greater than they see themselves, because they are great. They are the strongest. There's no man stronger than Black men. There aren't any. There's no man smarter than Black men. There's no man faster than Black men. Like, Black men are the top. You're at the top, and yet they are treated like they're at the bottom, and they sometimes act like they're at the bottom. And that's because of, white supremacy. White supremacist terrorism has been built for hundreds of years. They have built a a nation and a system to keep Black men believing that they're at the bottom. They've built a system to where they can kill Black men and nothing happens. That was hundreds of years. That has been built for hundreds of years. It has been perfected. They have found ways to steal your mind from a very young age and put you in your place. And Black men have seemed to accept that more than Black women. And I think I'm not condemning them or saying that's their fault. I'm saying that is the reality. The reality is the system has been built to attack them, to lower their self-esteem, to lower their self-worth, to have them spending their life and their energy on things that are meaningless and pointless. And so we just need to do whatever we can to try to redirect them and love them and accept them and guide them and show them that we're not giving up on them. That because we can't. And I think as Black women, we need to realize that if we decide to give up on Black men, then we're deciding to give up on ourselves, because we can't exist without Black men. Like, we just can't. We can date whoever we want to and, you know, have children with whoever we want to, but like, I know that if my son decides to go have, you know, a child with a white woman, God forbid, then that Black gene will end up dying off. And so we need our Black men to have children with Black women so that we can continue to live on. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. Please share it. Please try to do something. Even if you're just like walking down the street and you see a Black man, give him a nice smile, you know, just any little thing to encourage them and to help them to feel better about themselves. And I think this will go a long way. And I feel like it will be beneficial for Black women as well. It definitely will. Any tiny small thing. I'm not saying take everything from Black men that they dish out. I'm not saying you even have to date them. It doesn't take much to smile, to say hi. And I think just those little things could go a long way. We don't need to bash Black men. We really don't, because they're constantly bashed by society. They're constantly being bashed in the media. They're constantly, like, everywhere you look, they're being bashed. So let's not be part of that. I understand, you know, criticizing things that you see that aren't going right, but let's try to keep even our criticism positive and productive. And if we're just saying stuff because we're hurt or because we're upset, those are things we really don't need to say. We don't really need to say them. If we're saying something just to hurt Black men or make them feel bad, we don't need to say it. That's something that we can write in our personal journals, or find a way to say it in a more positive, productive manner. Okay. Thank you for watching this. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.